This requires you to be in control of your time. And the biggest areas of opportunity to master time are meetings, emails, and social media. So let's walk through how you can take back control of your time in these 3 problem areas. Welcome friends to the Do Less Be More channel. I'm Amy, and today I want to talk about controlling time. But first, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Your support to my little channel goes a long way. And giving this video a thumbs up lets me know this topic is of interest to you. As well, I do take video requests. So if you have any questions around productivity, organization, mental health, self-awareness, or spirituality, hit the link in the description of the video to submit your question. Okay, let's chat controlling the uncontrollable, time. When someone tells me that they don't have the time, what they're really telling me is they aren't in control of how they spend their time. You see, there's always enough time. It's simply about choice. Don't believe me that there's always time? Then do this now. Pick up your phone. It's already in your hand, isn't it? Go to settings, find screen time. For an Android, this will be under digital well-being, and view the past week's analytics of your screen time. There's the time you don't have. You can choose to be conscious and intentional with how you spend your time, or you can unconsciously live reactively at the mercy of time. We make time for what's truly important to us, and we make excuses when we lack clarity around the results that we want. Productivity is about getting the results you want without having to sacrifice your health, passions, and relationships. This requires you to be in control of your time, and the biggest areas of opportunity to master time are meetings, emails, and social media. So let's walk through how you can take back control of your time in these 3 problem areas. Number 1, here's how to gain more time by better managing your meetings. Choose 1 meeting day a week. So 1 day a week that is dedicated to meetings. This means you do not have meetings on any other day of the week. Why? Because unstructured and unplanned meetings destroy flow and waste time. 30 minutes here, 15 minutes there, sporadically throughout your day and your week leaves no time to focus. Never mind getting into deep focus or flow state. If you manage a team or have project-based clients, recurring meetings are non-negotiables. So short weekly check-ins reduce the "do you have a minute?" interruptions and client emergency meetings. With pre-scheduled recurring meetings, the people you work with, whether they are clients or employees, learn to respect not just your time, but their own as well. Also, meetings become way more productive and everyone accomplishes more because they can also plan for focus time, feeling secure that they have an upcoming opportunity with you to discuss any issues or give updates and request support. So here's how to make this happen. First, choose your meeting day. If you find this especially difficult because, for example, you're like me and have one-on-one client sessions, allow yourself to choose 2 days. My recommendation is Wednesday and or Thursdays. So once you've set your meeting day, if you have recurring meetings already set up, move them to your meeting day. And anytime you have new meeting requests, they get scheduled on your meeting day. The trick to success with this one is not to wait for the other party to suggest a time. Always offer your ability first. Another way to ensure success with your meeting days is to end all meetings on time, even if they started late, and maybe especially. This trains everyone to respect your time and their own, and makes meetings more efficient. This also prevents the domino effect of other meetings starting late and you feeling constantly behind the rest of the day. Another point, leave buffer time between meetings. This buffer time can deeply impact how successful a meeting is. This is the space for you to take a bio break, get clear on the desired outcomes of the meeting, and ensure you have all the resources you need at hand. This means never schedule back-to-back meetings. Bonus tip, never book 1-hour meetings. Choose 45 to 50-minute durations instead. This gives all attendees a bonus 10 minutes at the end of every hour to calmly transition between meetings, including space for quiet reflection to note personal actionables that have come out of the meeting. So that's how you make more time when it comes to meetings. The second area in which you can gain back time is emails. One of the biggest time wasters and productivity destroyers is the habit of keeping your inbox open and constantly checking your email for new emails throughout the day. My rule? Check emails max 2 times a day. I spend no more than 30 minutes on emails a day. Clients know I respond within 24 business hours. Any more is unnecessary. It destroys flow and is a huge time suck. Here's how to get in control of the time you spend on your emails. Time block for emails. I recommend 2 30-minute time blocks a day, one at noon and one at the end of your workday. Do not check your email outside of these time blocks. Email less, because email attracts more email, kind of like clutter attracts more clutter. Work to keep your emails short and to the point. So a general rule of thumb is to aim for 3 sentences and use bullet points to keep things clear and succinct. Get on the phone if an email conversation goes beyond 3 back and forth replies. And use CC sparingly. CCs are for read only, meaning anyone that is CC'd does not have to take any action from the email. Most often, you don't need to see everyone until all information has been gathered and or decisions have been made. Never check emails from your phone. This taps into the Ohio rule of only handle it once. Most people who check their emails from their phone don't action the email at the same time, so they're effectively more than doubling the amount of time and energy spent on the email, because not only do they have to read that email twice, once from their phone and once again at their computer when they're ready to action it, but once you read an email, it adds to the mental clutter, the noise of to-dos taking up precious brain power throughout your day. Put a pause on your inbox. So you can use extensions like Inbox Pause or Boomerang to block incoming messages so that nothing new will come in to distract you from the emails that are already there to work through. This makes you much more efficient with email processing and saves you loads of time. Okay, so that's how you begin to control time in terms of managing your emails. So social media is probably the biggest area of opportunity to gain back control of your time. Let's be real, the most important thing that's going to move the needle forward is not likely social media related. That's not to say that social media doesn't provide value or serve a purpose, but most people who don't have time get stuck in the rabbit hole of social media feeds. So here's how you're going to take back control of your time in relation to social media. Make social media time purposeful. Time block for it, just like the emails, and get clear on intended results. What this looks like for myself is 1 time block a week where I am creating and scheduling social media posts for the week, and a 10-minute block of time each day tacked on to my email time to dedicate to responding to my community via DMs and comments. This supports my intention of providing value and creating community on my social media platforms without sacrificing my time. So you can also set a time limit on social media apps. This requires you to exercise willpower and control and promptly turn the phone off when you receive that notification and not edit the time limit settings when it kicks you out of the app. I find this notification is helpful enough, but if you need a little extra support, consider using an app like Freedom to help control your social media use. You can also use a scheduler from your computer for posting on social media instead of using the apps on your phone. I recommend Later or Buffer. The less often that you need to go on to these social media apps, the less likely you'll get sucked into the time warp of social media. And my last suggestion for social media, if you're an entrepreneur, is to spend money to gain time. Hire someone to manage your social media so you can spend more time on your zone of genius. So to recap, you have the power to control time. It's simply a choice you make in every moment. Are you proactive and intentionally prioritizing the most important things? Or are you living unconsciously, reacting to and controlled by things like email, social media, and meetings? Please share in the comments your thoughts on controlling time. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you right here next week on the Do Less, Be More channel.